success of the Bryan College Station Eagle. I saw your pregame, you talked about working a lot on defense. Looked like that first half, what was different or good about your defense?
Well, if I remember, without just putting on these readers, we held them to 24% shooting in the first, 11% in the second, which got you your lead. That was part of it. The other part of it is we only allowed them to get one shot every time. We were really getting the defensive boards. And I thought in the third quarter, and we held Barker and Koulibaly pretty much in check. And then in the third and fourth quarter, I thought we got a little bit fatigued. I thought they got a little bit more aggressive. And we still were able to kind of, when they made a little run, we just kind of composed ourselves and we came back down and scored the ball. I felt very comfortable from start to finish of this game.
Coach, big night for Anissa Morrow. Just what do you like that she's doing so well right now?
Being Anissa, she's done that the whole year. She's an undersized post player that can take you off the dribble. She leaps out of the gym. She can take you and shoot it from the three. She just can finish. And when Angel picked up the fourth foul, I thought Morrow was pretty good on the boards. I think she walked that one time down here, but she got up on that rebound, and she's quite a player.
Go ahead in the back. Coach Ben Peck, NBC, Waco College Station. What's it been like for you, last 3 years coming back here? I know you guys have a good, LSU crowd that always comes out for these games, but I know a lot of them coming down from Waco. Appreciative of what you did up there. What's it like for you to, I guess, this game in particular, come back and see that reception?
I have to tell you, I somewhat forgot how close I was to my grandbabies, and they showed up, and I went, duh. It's like, Mom, you didn't realize we were coming to spend the night with you? And I was like, I really forgot. It's an hour away, hour and 10 minutes, whatever. So just being able to sleep with them and have them around me yesterday and today, and a lot of memories in this building. I got to visit with Coach Blair before the game, and he's living the life that I hope to live someday in retirement. And yes, after the game, I did look around and thought, oh my goodness, tons of LSU people. And yes, a lot of those are Baylor people, and I've said it many times. I still have my house in Baylor. I have a house in Baton Rouge. My grandbabies are there. My daughter's there. You don't spend 21 years of your life in a community without having lifelong friends. And it was good to see a lot of them when I was walking down the hall to come here, and I'm going to go back out on that court and see a bunch of them.
Ian Curtis with the Battalion. What did you think? You mentioned the LSU crowd. We had a rowdy visiting crowd, rowdy home crowd. What did you think of the environment tonight?
I thought it was great because the Aggies were quiet. We didn't give them much to get excited about, really. I mean, that's what you try to do when you go on the road. It's like get the home crowd out of it by keeping a lead and just do what you got to do to keep them off, from getting excited. But yet the LSU crowd, you would hear them start chanting LSU. We get that at home. If you've never seen it, you need to come see it because it's not going to last forever. I've been doing this a long time, almost 40 years, and I've never seen, go out there right now and see my kids out there on the floor. It'll take them an hour to get off that floor. They're doing their part, or we're doing our part to grow this game of basketball. It probably started, well, it did start with the national championship last year. I'm sure Iowa is getting the same response. But it's fun for me to see. For someone who's been around the game a long time, this is great.
We'll go in the back corner there for the final question in person, then we'll move to a couple on Zoom.
Coach Tyler Shaw with KBTX in College Station. Your former player Brittany Griner had her jersey retired yesterday. Just I don't know if you saw, but what is it like seeing her jersey lifted up?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it, and I'll tell you what I said. It's awesome. I hope they had a great environment.
All right, questions on Zoom.
Hey, Kim, two questions if I may. One, what was the explanation you got about the flagrant foul on Michaela Williams? And two, Del Rosario, her presence in the paint seems to improve a little bit every game. Can she be where you hope her to be or that you need her to be by the postseason?
Michaela, man, it seemed like they went to the monitor too much today, but that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's good for the game or not. I watched it happen in the men's game. I'm a coach that wants to get it right, but sometimes it's too much. The explanation was something about after the foul was called, she grabbed her and pulled her down, something like that. Aaliyah, I was talking in the staff meeting the other day, her stats are comparable to Samaya Smith's freshman year, to Nalissa Smith's freshman year at Baylor. And those are things that a freshman coming off the bench needs to hear because, it's new for a lot of freshmen. They don't get many minutes. You come in, you're an All-American, you're McDonald's, all this stuff, and they don't realize sometimes how good they are doing. There was a stretch there in front of our bench where she was just blocking shots left and right. I know she'll dwell on the 3 free throws that she missed, but she was a factor today when Angel and Morrow were subbed for.
Coach, when Flau'jae is attacking closeouts, driving the lane, and dishing off her drives, what dimension does that add to your offense?
Well, it's just a dimension to her game that she didn't do much of last year. Flau'jae was usually your spot-up shooter and would get you some rebounds. So she's added that dimension to her game, and it's outstanding. And it just makes her better, which in turn makes us better. She's also just a sophomore. I think you got to remember, I'm not coaching a team out there that's just loaded with seniors and graduate transfers other than Angel and Van Lith. All the rest of them pretty much are, shoe-ins to come back. And you got Michaela as a freshman on one wing, and then you got Flau'jae on the other wing, and you're asking those kids to guard upperclassmen. And I thought Flau'jae did an outstanding job on her assignment today. Now in the second half, they got some buckets, but that kind of stuff sets a tone for us.
You got time for a couple more here on Zoom.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, A&M is still a real stingy defense just overall this year. You had 20 assists, 6 players had 2 or more. Just how pleased were you with the ball movement and just what you were able to do on offense?
Well, we had 16 turnovers too. And so I thought we had 8 in each half. We're sharing the ball. We're sharing the ball. I thought when the game started, Angel should have taken a layup and she kicked it out to Michaela Williams for a 3. We'll share the ball, and I have no doubt that these kids are looking to score, but they also understand a better shot sometimes. I thought we had a turnover or 2 when there was 27 on the left in the third quarter or whenever, and Haley turned the ball over trying to lead Michaela in a fast break. And I'm trying to teach her a new position. You don't do that. Unless you see her wide open for a layup, you take the last shot right there.
Hey, Kim, it's Corey. To hold a team to 4 points in a quarter, what does that take out of everyone collectively on the defensive end? And just how did you assess just how you guys were able to do that in that second quarter there?
Corey, I honestly didn't know that's what we held them to. I just knew that we held them to 11% shooting. Thank you for sharing that. Well, you build on that. You get in the film room and you show them how did we do that. Were they good shots that A&M took? Were they contested shots? Did they just miss wide open shots? I thought A&M got some wide open looks. They just missed. So we've got to continue to teach, on the defensive end, because that could be us some night. There'll be days when we can't score the ball. So you've got to continue to work. And I thought this week was outstanding for us. We took 2 days off, and we spent 2 days really hardly shooting the ball. It was all about defense. We shot, but that was it. It was just, okay, let's get better in transition defense. Let's get better in half-court defense. And I thought in the first half, 5 LSU players were all guarding the ball. They were all helping each other. got a little sloppy in the third and fourth quarter.